Welcome or welcome back. Our next stop was overnight stay in Osaka. As I mentioned before, we planned our trip really well, and the ship docked in a perfect location, just a short walk from the subway. Our first day we decided to spend in Kyoto. To get there faster and to have the full experience of Japan, we decided to take a Shinkansen, Japan's famous bullet train. What an experience! It goes so fast, you barely have a time to blink. To have a full experience, we even bought a bento box to enjoy while we're going on Shinkansen. But just as I opened my bento box and I have a couple of bites, we were already arriving to Kyoto and we needed to get out of the train. That's how fast the train really flies. I've heard so many amazing things about Kyoto even before coming to Japan. There are countless incredible sights to see. I did a lot of research, as I said before, and I knew exactly what I wanted to see and where I didn't want to go. We skipped the most touristy sites and we concentrated on hidden gems, and there are plenty. What I didn't realize, how huge Kyoto is. For some reason in my mind, Kyoto wasn't a big city. I don't know, after watching countless videos about Kyoto, for some reason I thought it's not a big city. Public transportation is available, but it takes time. So we used mix of taxi, buses, Ubers, keeping in mind that everything closes early in Japan, everywhere, and Kyoto as well. So our first stop was Otagi Nenbutsuji Temple. This was absolutely magical. In real life, even better than in pictures. Tucked away in the hills of western Arashiyama. It's home of 1,200 whimsical statues. Each one is unique, many covered in moss and full of personality. These rakan statues represent Buddha's disciples. They were carved between 1981 and 1991, but they have ancient look thanks to moss and weather. Each one was made by a different person. That's why they look different and they have charms on their own. Some are smiling, some of them make silly faces. Then we took a taxi to Gioji Temple, another quiet, magical place surrounded by dense trees and lush mosses garden. The temple named after Gio, a dancer who retreated here after a heartbreak with her sister, mother, and another of her former lover's companions. There was almost no one there, shaded and full of history. We really took our time to soak it all in. Our final temple of the day was Ryoanji, home of Japan's famous rock garden. Originally, it was an aristocrat's villa, and then it was converted into the Zen's temple. The garden is viewed from the Hojo, the head priest's former residence, and surrounded by the beautiful grounds and tranquil pond. And after Ryoanji, everything was closed, but we still wanted to explore. So we decided to take a walk on the Philosopher Path. By then it was getting darker and quiet. And then we checked the weather because it was kind of getting darker too fast. And we found out that typhoon is coming. And the rain started immediately, fast and heavy. And everything around us was closed. All the cafés, all the stores. There was nowhere to wait it out. Good thing we had ponchos in our backpacks. So we kept walking, searching for a bus, and we stumbled upon a tiny gem. I don't even remember the name. It was a Chinese restaurant, but with the very Japanese feel. Just 2 tables, tiny kitchen, and the room with the, like very Japanese closing doors. And when waiter is coming in, she takes her shoes, she kneeling. It was like coming back century, I don't know. We sat on the floor, dried a little bit off, and enjoyed a delicious meal. It was perfect place to rest. After dinner, we called a taxi and made our way to the Kyoto station. And that's when, while driving in a taxi, I really realized how huge Kyoto is. It took us, with the traffic and rain and everything, it took us, I don't know, almost an hour to get to the station. So on our way back, we took a regular train. And there is one mistake we made, so don't make our mistake. Because the Shinkansen took not much time to get to Tokyo, we thought it's not gonna take us long time to go back to Osaka. Maybe a little bit longer, but not that long. So we decided to buy a ticket without a seat. Always buy ticket with the seat. So we were wrong, of course. Buying a ticket without the seat reservations means that you have to stay all the way in a car, crowded car, all the way to Osaka. Even though there were free seats, you're not allowed to sit unless you have a reservation. And then there came a metro ride, and finally we reached our ship. We were wet, tired, and happy after a day full of adventures, beauty, and unexpected surprises. Kyoto gave us so much just in one day, and even though we didn't see everything what was on our list, we discovered the places that felt truly special. In my next video, I'll share what we did in our second day in Osaka. So stay tuned!